Start the virtual machine Narmox Spear tutorial. It is an Ubuntu system with the SDN controller, Narmox Spear application and Mininet environment. When the system asks for the login, enter Narmox. For the password, enter Narmox again. Check the IP address assigned to the VM. We need this IP address to log in via SSH service. Login with Login Narmox. Enter the IP address of the VM, and for the password, enter Narmox. Execute script starting example 9. The script loads the database file prepared for example 9. Then it starts the Mininet environment. In the meantime, start an internet browser and enter the IP address of the VM. You can see a web page with tutorial instructions there. Go to the section describing example 9. See the topology that will be used. It consists of 2 open flow switches, 2 non-open flow routers defined in the application, 1 non-open flow switch with 2 hosts connected, and 3 additional hosts with IP addresses 1.11, 12, and 13. These hosts have the default gateway set to Net1. There are also 3 more hosts with IP addresses 2.21, 22, and 23. They also have the default gateway set to Net1. Therefore, all hosts on the network have the default gateway set to Net1. Go to the controller. Enter SDN as login and enter Skyline as password. After logging in, controller panel appears. Go to the Applications section. Confirm that Narmox Spear application is installed. If the application is working properly, left menu should contain its shortcut. Click the shortcut to go to the Narmox Spear application. Go to the Topology section. Observe the network topology as read by the application. It is the same as the topology on the picture. Of course, only the SDN part is visible. Go to the Switches section. There are 2 switches detected, both are active. Go to the Routers section. 2 previously defined routers are visible. Check their configuration. It is the same as the configuration on the picture. Net1 router has MAC address cc.01, IP address 172.24.0.254 and is connected to the S1 ETH1. Router Net2 as well. Its MAC address ends with CC02. It has IP address 172.24.0.253 and it is connected to the port ETH2 of switch S1. Go to Hosts tab. 6 hosts are defined here. None of these hosts is currently managed by Narmox Spear. IP addresses are not detected yet, and the hosts are not managed because they generated no traffic. Go to the Mininet application, list the hosts and generate traffic between them using NX ping all command. NX ping all execution causes ARP packets to be generated, which the application uses then to detect hosts. Narmox Spear detects their IP addresses and generates paths. Go to Network Programming section. Two actions are defined here: all to net to action and half to net to action. Let's examine half to net to action. Half to net to action's job is to direct the traffic of those three hosts to net to router instead of net one router. Examine the details of this action. The action specifies a priority 45,000 flow to be added to S1 switch. The flow matches the packets that have the source IP address of the hosts 2.21, 22, and 23, and also have the destination MAC address of net1 router. S1 switch replaces the destination MAC address with net2 router address. It also sends the packet to S1 ETH2 port. The action is currently active. Use Flow Manager tool to verify if the flow is indeed present in S1 switch flow table. We can see that the flow matches the configuration of the action. Let's go to the topology and check link load. Switch to Mininet and open H11, H21 and H101 host terminals. A 1 megabit per second traffic will be generated between these hosts. On H101 host, run iperf in server mode. This program listens for incoming traffic. On H11 hosts, run iperf in client mode. We direct the traffic to H101 host. It will utilize 1 megabit per second bandwidth. Let's configure H21 hosts accordingly. Again, run iperf in client mode and direct 1 megabit per second traffic to H101 hosts. Go to the topology section. Examine link load again. A 2 megabit per second traffic can be observed between S1 and S2, and link between routers has the load of 1 megabit per second. Let's examine actions. Have to net to action is active. This is the action directing part of the traffic towards Net 2 instead of Net 1. Check what happens when the link between Net 1 router and S1 switch is disconnected. Disable the link using link NAT1 S1 down command. Now check the topology again. Observe the traffic directed to Net 2 router. Observe 2 megabits per second load between S1 and S2 and between S1 and Net 2. Verify that all to Net 2 action is active. Let's check what it does. The action adds priority 45,000 flow to S1 switch, which works this way that for each packet with destination MAC address of Net 1 router MAC address, S1 switch replaces destination MAC address to Net 2 router MAC address. It also sends the packet to S1 ETH2 port, which means to Net 2 router. As an effect, the traffic is directed to Net 2 router. Confirm that the flow is present in S1 switch flow table. It is visible in S1 flow table. Let's check the final scenario. Bring Net 1 S1 back up and disable Net 2 S1 link. Confirm the link is off. And check the topology. S1 S2 link has the load of 2 megabits per second. S1 Net 1 link has the load of 2 megabits per second as well. Thus, all traffic is routed via Net 1 router. Confirm no actions are active. Therefore, all traffic is routed using default settings. It is because all the hosts have their default gateway set to Net 1. This is the end of this example. Thank you.